welcome back.
Welcome back. This is Becky.
This is Melanie.
We're from
Go.
Performance. Well, so how was your week?
So good. It was really a good week. I'm super, chill. This week's been great. Next week's gonna be crazy, and the week after that. But this week's good. Yeah.
Good deal. We got in some good workouts
Yes.
this week. We've had some good response from the video.
Yes.
Lots of people had some good stuff to say, and some people had some questions, and we just kind of want to tackle one of those questions that we had today.
Yeah. Well, I had one from one of my clients, and it was really pretty interesting because I never really thought of it that way. They were like, "Well, sometimes I feel like if we go to classes, I'm just so far behind. I'm not going to know how to do the movements. Maybe I won't. I don't want to mess up and embarrass myself.
Right.
And what do you think? What would you? I kind of talked to her about some things. Well, what would you say to someone who has some concerns?
Someone that has some concerns? Well, you have to start somewhere.
Yes, babe.
The biggest barrier to going to a gym is not the lack of knowledge. It's fear.
Yep. Fear of the unknown.
Fear of the unknown.
Fear of failure is kind of like a big thing. Yeah.
Everyone is scared.
Yeah.
Everyone is scared.
We just do it scared.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just do it scared.
You have to put one step in front of the other.
Absolutely.
And you have to do it.
I agree. I coached her on the same thing. I was like, look, when you come into classes, you can, any class, not just these classes, most places will be like, hey, come in and visit. You're welcome to even take a seat and just kind of watch and observe.
Absolutely.
This class specifically was on Zumba, which we intermittently have here, or like dance type classes.
Right.
And I can understand the like, oh goodness, it's been so long. But really these classes, in my class also, Tabata, it's like, not everybody's going to know how to do a roundhouse. They're not going to know how to do a crescent kick. They're not going to know how to do some of these combo punches. And honestly, none of them did when they started. The first classes are always a little bit, maybe the first 10 classes can be a little intimidating, but don't let like the hard thing become the stop, because like when you do a hard thing, it's not so hard the next time. So you've got to kind of push, or, it will never be easy.
Absolutely.
So just go watch the class, participate when you can. And even like, again, something that's got steps to it. The steps to it are, usually designed to follow along. So sometimes you think you got to just know the dances, or you got to know the movements. So a good instructor is going to cue. So it's the same thing with spin class. People don't automatically know, hey, are we having jumps? Are we going to do this? We're going to do that. We don't know that, because a good instructor is going to tell you. We're going to show you, usually with the movement. So I do like a little Tabata round. I will say, we're doing the following, and I will show it, and it's kind of a fast run through, but it's like a read over. So whenever everybody's in the class and they're kind of following along, they're going to have okay, so I know I'm going to do these things, even though I don't like remember all that she said, I kind of have an idea. Then I'm going to say, okay, double up, and they're going to know this. We're going to go double time. So it's just the same thing with like a dance, any kind of instructor-led class. Right. There's a lot of visual, there's a lot of verbal. You're going to follow along with cues. And if you're somebody who thinks, hey, I have a little trouble sometimes translating what somebody's doing into what my body can do, I suggest that person come and watch. I've had people come and sit in my classes before. So it's really okay. And nobody's going to go, gosh, damn, that person's strange for not participating. No, we want to watch. You're welcome to. You're welcome to watch.
And that brings up another point too. A lot of people are so scared that somebody is judging them.
And right? I can understand why you'd feel that way, but in this setting, we're all at different places. We're all learning. I kind of get the giggles because I will have mom brain or blonde brain or menopause brain and all the kind of brain. Sometimes it'll be like, oh, oops, we were supposed to do the left that time. And I kind of giggle at myself. And at the end of the day, that helps me not take myself so seriously. And I think if we can learn to love our silliness and love our mistakes as much as we love our successes, I think life would be a lot more fun. I mean, the gym life definitely be a lot more fun because I have dropped weights. I've done all the things, and I've been doing this for years. So it's not, you just got to be able to go, okay, I made a or I did something silly. nobody's judging me because everybody done it.
Everybody done it.
Mm-hmm.
And like we pointed on a little last week, I have a lot of squirrels going on, so I can start one thing, and a lot of my classes are like that. I'll start one thing, and I may do all these reps on the left, but guess what? When I get to the right, you are going to have to tell me, and you are going to have to count for me, because my brain is still stuck on the left, or it's actually stuck on the butt that we're going to be doing instead of the right leg. So, fear of judgment should not be there. Okay. When you come in here, as we touched on last week, you come in as a beginner, you can come in as an intermediate, or you can come in advanced. Everything is broke down for you. We're not going to put the little beginners in one section. We're not going to put the modified or the intermediate.
And usually I just say, here are some options. Yes. Only time I ever say level up is when I know something could be hard for me. Okay. Sometimes stuff is hard for me. And I'm like, hey, we're going to level up this ab circuit. We're going to go this way. But that doesn't mean everybody has to do it. Say, if you want to level up. In fact, sometimes I'm like, hey, for some of you that ain't feeling burpees tonight, we're going to do jump squats. And those are always options. So if you come in and you're like, hey, I kind of, while I don't have an active knee injury, remember that, I get a little tweak in my knee. Right. Sometimes it just bothers me. And tell your instructor if you have some injuries or you have some areas, maybe you're tight. So that it sets our mind going, so that I know, hey, if we're going to do jump squats, I need to offer an option for somebody who has maybe a knee issue. Again, an active knee injury where you're like recovering from a surgery, maybe talk to your doc before you come in for those particular classes. But I mean, for the most part, there's always adaptations that can be done, and you won't be called out for that, because a lot of times we got enough sense to kind of know. I mean, if you tell us hey, I've got a little back thing, then maybe I'll offer an alternative for a deadlift.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And one thing that I've encountered dealing with people too is they don't want to change. Mm-hmm. They get stuck in a particular setting, as in maybe they want to work out at home. Mm-hmm. Okay. But we all know if you want to work out at home, that's your prerogative, and we would support you 100%.
Stick to it though.
But a lot of people at home, there will always be something that you have to do that's more important than working out. Mm-hmm. Like the laundry, mm-hmm. the phones, anything that we deal with in daily life. You've got to make the small change, mm-hmm. not a big change. Maybe come just twice a week instead of every day. You have to start small. That's like when you have a goal to where you want to lose. Okay, you went to the doctor. Doctor says I need to lose 50 pounds. Start small. Mm-hmm. Do that goal at 5 pounds first.
Yes.
Then move 5 more pounds.
I mean, it's like when you have you have a big task. It's just break the big task. Like a lot of you guys can easily live your business life. You can take a big task. I'm like, okay, we got to do our taxes. So first I need to just gather up all my stuff. Take your big tasks, like taking care of your body, knowing you've got to lose a little weight. Maybe you've got a big goal coming up. Take them into bite-sized pieces. And I kind of have like something to kind of add to that. If you were to maybe take something like coming to the gym, or even if you, again, had to do something at home, take something that you're already doing regularly, something that you're already really like you're on time with that. Like I've got once a week, I do this thing. Like maybe you're already walking a trail. Okay, why don't you already pair that with a session at the gym. Like I'm just going to come in and commit to even if it's just walking in the door, I'm going to do 15 minutes, but do 15 minutes of something, and then pick that and pair it with something you're already doing. That's kind of like, they call that kind of habit training. So if I'm already running errands on Thursday or running errands on Friday. Every Friday you run errands. Well, every Friday when you run errands, you're going to finish it up with a gym session. Absolutely. So, and even the same thing, if you're doing this at home, if you are, and it's, you got distractions and things like that, pair your fitness plan with something you're already doing really well. And then that just like habit pairing mm-hmm. is habit training. And habits take decision fatigue out of it. So a lot of times that's another thing. People just were saying, I just kept putting it off. I just kept
I
putting it
kept putting
off.
it off.
And it's like, well, I really didn't have any real reason other than I'm just tired or I'm just busy. And I thought that was probably the reoccurring theme for people who
Absolutely.
talk to me.
That's
So the
me too.
reoccurring
Yeah.
theme was, I knew what I was supposed to do and I knew what I needed to do, but I just got busy. And every day I'd say I'm just tired or something would come up. And my advice to anybody, including myself, is every time you make a decision to do it later, next time when that decision comes up that you have to decide, am I going to do it now or later? Later is going to be the more obvious choice because you trained yourself to say that. It became the easy go to response. So every time that you do the thing that's a little bit harder, you're rewiring your brain.
Right.
There's like a lot of studies that talk about, every time you make a decision, that decision becomes part of your programming. So
Absolutely.
if I'm going to the gym and I make these scheduled, I put it in my phone, for example. So some people still use calendars or however you calendar things. You wouldn't miss a doctor's appointment because it's a thing you had to do. So if you
Correct.
are somebody who likes to kind of marry your schedule, so your schedule becomes something that you have to do, and you don't. The
Right.
decision fatigue is it's gone. You don't have
Absolutely.
to go. Do I have to? Oh, I'm really tired. It doesn't matter if you're really tired. You got a doctor's appointment. You're going to go. And some of us with our hair appointments, girl, I'm looking forward to my hair appointments. So,
Thank you, Brooke.
yeah, right, Beth. Beth is my lady. Anyway, so we just have, these habits that we do. We follow our calendar, but we'll tell ourselves maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow.
But if you keep doing the yes, we're going to do it today. Tomorrow, this thing that we had to do today is just not really much of a brainer anymore.
Right.
So every time you do it, it gets more likely the decision that you do next time. So just remember, if you keep saying no, maybe tomorrow, you're going to have to change. You got to flip the script. You're going to have to flip the script because every time you say no, it's just confirming that same bad pattern
Right.
over and over again.
One thing that I've heard also from people that will approach me, I just can't get motivated. I
Mhm.
just can't get motivated.
Motivation is in itself just a poor driver of success. Success is patterns, behaviors that you just do even when you don't feel like it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You have to
Mm,
get started. Scenario. Um, you know, how good do you feel whenever you notice that you can now get down on the floor? Okay. You couldn't. You had to do your workouts sitting on the
yeah.
couch. Now you can get down on the floor, and I'm talking to some of my little elderly people, wiser. You can now roll over and bring yourself up on your own. That's a huge thing
That's
for
that's
anybody
so
over
much
the age of
independence. Yeah.
60. Anybody over the age of 60. You, you are now able to roll over and get up. My Monday, Wednesday, Friday class, that's what we do. It's the golden hour,
Hmm.
and we focus on balance. And it's such a reward to watch them. Like
Hmm.
they start off in a chair, or they start off not able to get down on the floor, and we have to modify with a bench. Well, I've got several ladies now that will roll over and pop right on up, and it is amazing. And they know themselves that the motivation because of the action
Yes.
is there.
You got to do the thing. You got to start somewhere. Everybody has to start somewhere.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, I think that I have seen some ladies in your class go from the chair to lifting weights and moving their body like a very young person. And that is, at the end of the day, we don't just, I mean, obviously we want guns, we want to feel really attractive in our own body. But the most important driver of success there is how do you feel? How does your body feel?
How does your body
And
feel?
all the research is pointing to muscle is the organ of longevity. So it's not just that good ticker. It's not just a great liver and all the things. Muscle, well, really, sarcopenia is associated with early mortality. So if you don't have a lot of muscle on you, it's time to get started now. You end up with falls as you get a little older, and there's also some correlations to falls and broken hips. And a lot of
Absolutely.
times, broken hips is not just because you have a fragile bone system, but it's also because you had
Muscle.
no muscle protection when
Right.
you landed. Because I have fallen. I have, busted my hiney, and I'm really grateful. I had a little muscle to protect the joints, and I find that it is something that has picked up more in the media. So some of you guys have already heard it. And there's great books out there that talk about putting on muscle as you get older. So
And let me just piggyback on the muscle. Just because, and I hear this all the time. Well, I don't want to get all these muscles. I don't want to be big. I don't want to get bigger. Baby, you're
we don't
not
have,
gonna get it bigger unless you're shooting some steroids.
well, unless you're a dude, and if you want to
Or
get
unless you're
jacked,
a
I mean, you could
dude, get
totally get
jacked, get some
jacked,
steroids. No, I'm just kidding.
right?
We're not we're not
Yeah, we don't
we're not
know,
saying that.
not
Just not saying
advocates,
that.
but we don't have the hormonal profile even before menopause or
No.
perimenopause. Now, some people have maybe when they lift, they may I feel like I've gained a little bit, and I've just only been lifting for a week or two. But there's actually a reason for that. It's not a permanent
It
reason.
is a reason.
It's water. It's inflammation when you first start lifting. So when you build muscle, the muscle actually has tiny little tears in that. And then what we're doing is we are encouraging the muscle to change. And it's part of a brain, muscle, all this communication together because
Mm.
it's like, hey, this isn't enough. So I'm actually going to pull this out. I'm put more on top of it. So you have to eat protein and all the things, but that won't make you bulky. That'll just make the actual muscle quality better because a lot of times you
Correct.
actually have fat deposits that are in that muscular tissue, and so your quality of muscle is actually improving while you're lifting.
Absolutely.
So you may I feel like I'm just bigger. You're actually not. You're not getting bulky. It's fluids. You have lymph
Well,
go to the system to that particular
and
place,
two,
but
like for instance, her muscles. So if this is her muscles that are
mhm,
tearing, you will have a layer of fat
mhm,
around that. Okay, because you've got to lose that
yep.
fat in order for those muscles to show.
That's right. And so if you are, sometimes you're gaining a little bit because you are eating a little bit more because hey,
Right.
muscle recovery does take a little bit of energy. But if you are dialed in on your nutrition and either of us can help you with that. If you're dialed in with your nutrition and you are really getting your steps in, you're getting your activity in, you should see like a graphic change in that. It should be one of those, okay, the scale started to change a little bit. My clothes are fitting better. It is a process because things that are worth having are usually going to take a little bit of work. You're going to have to
Yes.
work for it. It's not going to just
Yes.
fall off.
No, it's not. And I mean, we struggle with that.
Mhm.
We, we work out daily.
Yeah,
There's only one day that I don't work out, and that's Sunday. Every other day, I work out. Every other day. Every day.
she's very I love it. I love the dedication because she's made that her habit. That's her thing. She is not going to go a day except for her Sunday without getting her movement in. And I'm the
Mm,
same way. I have movement in. I may not lift every day, but I have movement every day. And usually Sunday is one of those we're just super busy too.
right, right, right.
But I just think that, if we can pair habits, get movements, get moving in your body, fear just needs to go over here or just do the thing scared, just do it scared. I mean, next time it won't
Absolutely.
be. I mean, anything that you do for the first time you might be a little intimidated by it,
Mhm.
but there are absolutely so many more benefits that's going to outweigh any risk of coming in. So I mean, if somebody looks at you, I promise you they're not looking at you and thinking some kind of crazy thing.
No,
If anything, they just look past you or maybe like, I need those dumbbells over there. It's
right.
fine. It's fine. And there's machines here, so you don't have to go in. I don't know what to lift. Usually, machines at your gym's going to have it's going to tell you what it's working. It'll
Yeah.
tell you what it's working. So just get in there and move what you can.
And if you're concerned, get with us.
Yeah,
Get with us. We can show you different things, especially if you're wanting to just work, just want to work my legs, or just want to work, arms. I'm not comfortable with doing legs yet. Hey, we're going to give you something to do
absolutely.
to get you
Absolutely.
where you need
Well,
to
I mean,
be.
and usually there's workouts on the board.
There's always workouts on the board.
And if you have any kind of technology savviness, if you see it's a workout on the board and you're not really sure what that is,
Mhm.
YouTube is your friend.
Mhm.
YouTube and Google. You can also say, hey, I'm
Google.
not really sure what this is. Like, what is a shoulder fly? What does that look like? Look it up. And then, oh, well, that looks like something I could do. I could do that. And then you
Absolutely.
could pick a lightweight and start there.
And you will be amazed. It
Hmm.
shows step by step
Yep.
how to do every single exercise on
Everything.
the internet.
Mm.
I mean, we don't have a problem looking up anything else
Nope.
on the internet.
Mm-mm.
Why not look up something that's going to help
Like
us?
those crazy things that we don't want people to see on our
Absolutely. We were crazy with the Chat GPT last week.
yes, we
Remember?
were.
Chat GPT will set you up a whole workout
Oh,
plan.
workout plan.
I mean,
But I will tell you, sometimes Chad will get some squirrely workout plans because I have seen some clients who are
yes.
like, hey, well, my Chad said I could do this. I'm like,
No, no, no,
Chad
no.
is not certified. Chad has you doing
No
four
chat.
bicep workouts and like no quads.
We love you, chat, but you can't
But
be doing
it
this.
is a start. It's a start. So start
Absolutely.
somewhere. And you know what? Once you get comfortable with everything, and if you still need some more help, talk to your local professional.
Yeah.
Glad to
Hey.
help you. And
Hey.
our DMs are always open for anybody who just has
Absolutely.
questions. Be glad to help you out.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
Can you
Hmm.
think of anything else?
What do you want to hear for next week?
Hmm. Have we come up with our name? We had some submissions. We had some
Yeah,
people
we
that were like,
did. We got the
yeah, and we
name.
kind of mentioned it once and kind of went over it, but I think it kind of stuck. It stuck with a few people. Two chicks
two,
and a barbell.
two chicks and a barbell.
Yay! Super fun, super fun.
Yay!
And that really suits us because we love to lift.
Yeah, we do.
We do. And
Yeah,
we
we
talk a
do.
lot about girly stuff.
Yeah, we
But not all
do. We
girly
do.
stuff because hey, I've given fitness advice to I mean plenty of men, help them out. They're like, hey, I'm not real sure about
Right?
this thing. And it's okay to not be just don't be afraid to ask questions, really. Guys and gals, just ask the question. It's okay.
And we have men here at the
Mhm.
gym too. Even if they're not training, they know. They've been out here. They've
Mhm.
been doing stuff. They know how to work that piece of equipment. Just come to somebody and say, "Hey, can you show me how to do this? Because I'm kind of unsure."
We've had a new piece of equipment in here, and I've gone, Vicky, will you show me how to do that? Because I
Mm,
am not sure. And I'm like, I should know, right? But I'm not afraid to ask. I'm like, okay,
right?
how do I
And
use
you know
that?
what? I think I responded with, I've
I
never
don't
used that, but hey, let's
let's
try
figure
it."
it out. And then also, so you'll see a lot of workouts like, hey, this machine is not used for this, okay? But it's a way to do it. And so I've been like, hey, let's try this. And then, of course, I get the giggles and I'm laughing at myself, like, clearly, this machine was not designed for the workout that, this influencer did on the
Look, I
interwebs.
will walk out and I'll look at her and I'm like,
What are you doing?
"What are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, girl, come get on this. This will, oh, your butt cheeks gonna be burning." And I'm like, "Oh, let me try it." Yeah, it's burning.
It's
Mhm,
burning. And
mhm.
then sometimes it's like,
Just
I,
gotta think
I don't
outside the
know.
box.
Yeah, yeah.
Think outside the
Do the
box
thing.
sometimes.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah. All
All
right,
right.
we got anything else going on?
I don't think we have any more. I mean, I think we covered several responses with an
I hope we
overarching.
answered most of the
Just do
questions,
it,
maybe.
and if you're just an excuse maker, just understand that you're the only thing in the way. It's not gym
It's you.
culture. It's not anybody that's gonna judge you. You automatically the reason that you're not going is because you're just not going or whatever. You're just not putting the time in. And I mean, if you can at least realize that, hey, maybe you're the thing that's in the way, then you can start moving forward.
Right.
Make some steps. If you're a list maker, say, here's the things that I want to work on in my body. You develop a plan from that and you just put it on the calendar and go. Start with something simple. Just coming to the gym is part of a habit building. Just walk in the door. And if you literally, I have a client that I just had her this morning. She's like, I only had enough energy and time to do the main lifts. And I'm like, that's all I wanted you to do. Because most
Perfect.
of the plan that I have built for her as a hybrid client is like, these are your compound lifts. These are your big, juicy ones. Let's get those eaten first. And then
That's
anything
right.
else is,
That's
is
right.
going to be accessories. So if you are not feeling like doing the accessories, if you've got a busy day, just get these others in and give it 100%.
Also, when you're watching TV at night, commercial,
Mm,
get up and do squats.
absolutely.
Commercial, do abs.
Yeah, why not?
Commercial, do push-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Look up a modified version. And in the
Or some planks on your
future,
elbow, some things like that.
absolutely. And in the future, over the next few videos, we will show you a modified
Mhm.
version and a regular version, or an advanced
Yes.
version like a normal, like maybe push-ups, or what to do if your back hurts and you want to do abs, or what to do.
Okay, yes, there's some modifications and really just the proper form for something.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes maybe, hey, this hurts when I do this. Well, it's because you're doing it incorrectly. So here's a correct way to do it. That's not like a, oh, I feel now I feel bad because you corrected me. Like people have to correct me sometimes. Like, oh, right, maybe you're, doing this too far. Like, okay, well, it's good to have somebody coach you, show you really quickly how to do something, and then you won't have to push through pain because now you don't have pain. Or again, a modification. Well, I can't do this, but you could do a plank. Let's just say you've had a baby in the last year, and maybe sit ups are not the best thing for somebody who's just had a baby. So, but you could do a nice plank. You could do some
Absolutely.
things like that. But, just if there's something you're stuck on, like I was saying earlier, DM us, message us,
Right.
whatever,
Yeah.
and we'll, kind of help you through it.
Now, we won't be coming to you next week because we've both got a couple of things going
Yeah,
on
you
through
look
the week.
busy.
But the next week we'll follow up. Maybe
Mhm.
we'll do the modified version.
Yeah, maybe we can do that. We
Maybe
could
in
just
this.
do
Yeah, absolutely.
some things. That'll
Yeah.
be cool.
So shoot some messages to us. Let us know kind of what you're struggling with, whether it be, hey, guys, I have been watching what I eat. I have been doing this. I've been doing that. And I still have not lost a pound.
Mhm.
Kind of shoot that to us. Let us know what the problem is so that we can kind of give you, hey, well, why don't you up your protein here
Mhm.
and cut a little bit of your fat here
Absolutely.
and add
Depending on
in
what
your
you're. Sure.
cardio, even if it's just a walk a couple of days a week. That could be the problem. It could be something just simple. And that way we can get to the point where, hey, this isn't working, this isn't working. Have you checked on your thyroid? Is there
Mhm.
something medical going on
And
that
are you logging everything?
are you logging everything?
And I know that seems like a lot, and some people are really overwhelmed by that. But here's my take on that. If you want the thing to happen, you have to log.
Oh,
You've got to.
absolutely.
You can't just go, I had about this much. I had about that much. That's not going to cut it. You're going to have to log. And there are really easy apps. And you can also just write it down if you're old school. And that because you can't you can't judge log what you don't document. I mean, you can't keep up, you can't track what you don't document. Is what I'm
Right,
trying to say.
right, right. But don't let that overwhelm you.
No, no,
Like,
you just need
don't
to
let the
know.
login,
No,
don't let it overwhelm you. Okay. Baby steps, baby
yes,
steps. So send us,
yeah. Send us what's your next like some more questions that you might have.
yeah.
All
And
right,
yeah, I guess we're good. Yeah.
good. So awesome to hang out with you again, Becky.
Okay.
It's fun.
Two girls
Can't
and a
wait till next time.
two girls and a
That's right. See you later.
barbell.
Bye.
Bye guys.